All right, y'all, welcome to the show. I got a big one for you today. So in just a second, Kamala Harris was doing a campaign event in Philadelphia, and she absolutely nuked Trump from orbit over his lies about Haitian immigrants. We'll get to that. Israel commits a massive terror attack in Lebanon. There's a lot to say about that. Mehdi Hassan and Jill Stein go to war. That clip has gone mega viral. I'll show that for you, and I'll break it down. We have Megyn Kelly's show. I'm sure you all saw this clip. Some dude, maybe not, I'll leave it up to you to decide. I'll play the video for you. Dropped an N-bomb hard ER on her show. Look, I'm just a messenger, bro. I'm just going to show you. You'll make your own mind up. I'll give my commentary. And then later on, of course, we'll talk about how Diddy was arrested on a plethora of charges, and some of them are just absolutely mind-boggling. So wait for that. Everybody do me a big favor. Please subscribe to the channel. By the way, guys, me and Crystal are going to start doing a lot more debates on Crystal, Kyle, and Friends. I'm really looking forward to that. You're definitely going to want to see these debates. We'll have on all sorts of characters who we massively disagree with, some of them vehemently so. So you'll definitely want to check that out. Sign up for Crystal, Kyle, and Friends on Substack. All right, let's go ahead and dive into it. So let's start with this, guys. Kamala was doing a campaign event in Philadelphia, and she was asked about Trump and J.D. Vance and what they've been saying about legal Haitian immigrants that are in Springfield, Ohio. And man, she did not hold back. She went to work skis here. Let's watch.
It's a crying shame. I mean, my heart breaks for this community. You know, there were children, elementary school children, who it was school photo day. You remember what that's like? Going to school on picture day? Who were dressed up in their best, got all ready, knew what they were going to wear the night before, and had to be evacuated. Children.
She's, of course, referring to the multiple bomb threats. There were bomb threats against schools. There were bomb threats against hospitals. And this is as a direct result of the rhetoric being used by J.D. Vance and Donald Trump. These are lies which originated with a Nazi group called Blood Tribe. And this is what happened. And so she's describing, hey, look, there were all these kids who were excited for picture day and they were wearing their Sunday best, and then they have to be evacuated from school because of the Republican nominee and his VP pick. It's disgusting. It's grotesque.
A whole community put in fear. And I'll say a couple things about it. One, you know, I learned a long time ago in my career, having a background as a prosecutor, when you have these positions, when you have that kind of microphone in front of you, you really ought to understand at a very deep level how much your words have meaning. I learned at a very young stage of my career that the meaning of my words could impact whether somebody was free or in prison. As Attorney General, I was of California, fifth largest economy in the world. I was acutely aware that my words could move markets. When you are bestowed with a microphone that is that big, there is a profound responsibility that comes with that. That is an extension of what should not be lost in this moment, this concept of the public trust. To then understand what the public trust means. It means that you have been invested with trust to be responsible in the way you use your words, much less how you conduct yourself. And especially when you have been and then seek to be again President of the United States of America. And so I go back to, it's a crying shame, literally, what's happening to those families, those children in that community, not to mention what is happening in terms of, look, you say you care about law enforcement resources being put into this because of these serious threats that are being issued against a community that is living a productive, good life before this happened. And spewing lies that are grounded in tropes that are age old. And look, I said it not very far from here the other day at the debate. This is not new. This is not new in terms of these tropes. This is not new in terms of where it's coming from. And, you know, whether it is refusing to rent to people, rent to black families, whether it is taking out a full-page ad in the New York Times against 5 innocent Black and Latino teenagers, the Central Park Five, calling for their execution, whether it is referring to the first Black president of the United States with a lie, birther lies. And look, the American people deserve, and I do believe want better than this. I do believe that. I know, the vast majority of us as Americans know we have so much more in common than what separates us. I know that. I know that regardless of someone's background, their race, their gender, their geographic location, I know that people are deeply troubled by what is happening to that community in Springfield, Ohio. And it's got to stop. And we've got to say that you cannot be entrusted with standing behind the seal of the President of the United States of America, engaging in that hateful rhetoric that, as usual, is designed to divide us as a country, is designed to have people pointing fingers at each other. It's designed to do that. And I think most people in our country, regardless of their race, are starting to see through this nonsense and to say, you know what, let's turn the page on this. This is exhausting and it's harmful and it's hateful and grounded in some age-old stuff that we should not have the tolerance for. So let's turn the page and chart a new way forward and say, you can't have that microphone again.
She's up 6 points now, guys. She's up 6 points now. She's had a 2 or 3 point bump since the debate. And stuff like this is the reason why. She crushed him in the debate, but now her commentary afterward, I mean, that's pitch perfect right there. That's pitch perfect. So she says, look, this is not new. These are age-old tropes. That is 100% correct. J.D. Vance had a tweet the other day blaming legal Haitian immigrants for all the problems in Springfield. One of the things he says is, there's been an increase in communicable diseases. Oh, really? The immigrants are spreading disease? Where have I heard that before? That the outsiders are spreading disease. The others are spreading disease. This is scapegoating 101. Now, by the way, it wasn't that long ago that conservatives were saying that COVID is a hoax. And it's not real, or it's like the flu. It's really not all that bad. And they're anti-vaccine. And all of a sudden now, you're concerned again about communicable diseases when you could use it in the context of lying and bashing immigrants over the head with it. These are age-old tropes. Zed Jelani tweeted about this. He grew up in Atlanta, and he said about 30 years ago, when there was an influx of Korean immigrants in the area, there were these rumors, these urban legends about, oh my God, the Koreans are stealing the cats and they're eating the cats. Yeah, this is not new. This is not clever. This is not crafty. This is not interesting. And the most important point here is, you saw the way she reacted. She was using classic MLK-style melting pot rhetoric, right? It was all about, hey, we're all the same. We should have a melting pot and we should all be Americans together. The stuff that they're saying is, quote, designed to divide us. That's exactly right. The lie originated from a Nazi group called Blood Tribe. Everything the right has trotted out as evidence of, see, they are actually eating the cats, has been debunked instantly. They're total out-of-context videos from different places, not Haitian migrants, one person with a mental illness who was killing a cat, etc. It's all lies. It's all lies. And the fact of the matter is, yeah, what J.D. Vance and Trump want to do, as they pretend to be populist, is divide everybody along racial lines, have the white working class fight the minority working class, and then they'll turn around and give another tax cut to billionaires and corporations. That's what they want to do. Trump was literally at an event with multimillionaire donors and billionaire donors telling them, you guys give me more money for my campaign and I'll cut your taxes even further. This is on the record. We know this is what he's doing. That's what this is. It's the old divide and conquer. He's betting on Americans being, I think, significantly more racist than they actually are. Look, it's one thing if you're subtle and you're nuanced with it and it's, oh, the illegal immigrants, and you stress the illegal part, but we're dealing with legal immigrants here. We're dealing with legal immigrants, and the things they're saying are false about these people. And people want to have the plausible deniability to think they're not racist. And when you go too far with it, yeah, what's going to happen is you're going to be 6 points down to Kamala Harris, and that's exactly where they are right now. And by the way, their trajectory is still going further and further in Kamala Harris's direction because the shit Trump is saying compared to the shit Kamala is saying. This is standard. Look, how many times have we said it? Generic Democrat is up 6 points on Trump in a general election. Kamala Harris is now up 6 points on Trump in the general election. Right now, she's playing the role of generic Democrat. And that's all you got to do. Just look competent, look professional, look like people could see you in the job as president, and then go ahead and win the election. And that's where it looks like she is right now. So, look, that was a phenomenal response. And I think he's going to keep slipping. I think she's going to keep going up because she's handling this super well, and he cannot help but repeatedly spread Nazi lies over and over and over along with his running mate. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.